Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be about Palantir Technologies. It's going to be a bit more of a logical view of the company rather than the fundamentals and their technologies, etc. So stick with me on this one and let's see what we can get into. I'll tell you what, my hair is absolutely ridiculous right now. I can't wait for the old April 12th or whenever it is. As always, before we start the video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. Now, as I said before, we're going to be going through Palantir Technologies. So what we're going to be going through is obviously their website. We're going to go through a few companies that they're working with and their kind of history along that, and then we're kind of wrap over kind of the stock price and where it could potentially go and what the kind of fair value is and all that kind of thing. So yes, let's jump straight in. Right, so here's their website, Palantir 21 launch, Foundry Gotham, which is their technologies. But like I said, we're not going to jump into that too much because obviously there's loads of videos on YouTube about Palantir. But my view on it is kind of where they're kind of working with, who they're working with, and the kind of possibilities they could have in the future. So you can obviously see on the main page here, we've got the two technologies, a little bit of information about them, protect privacy, learn more, all that kind of thing. And they've all got the latest news, which we'll dive more into in a minute. So, products. They've got Palantir Gotham, Palantir Foundry and Palantir Apollo. And like I said before, we're not going to jump into those because obviously there's loads of other videos on that on YouTube which you've probably already seen, to be honest with you. And this one's obviously more about who they're working. So solutions. Now this is the solutions, this is who they're working with, this is what they're trying to achieve in the coming years. Alex Karp, who's the CEO of this company, he is basically trying to solve problems that companies, they don't even know they have those problems yet. So he's looking way into the future, which is obviously a big part of my investment plan. I like to invest into the future, and if he's trying to solve problems that companies don't have yet, that's always a good sign of someone who's ambitious and who wants to do right for the world. So yes, let's dive into this. So we've got auto racing, which is like F1 type thing. We'll just click on that if you want. So you can see here they're already working with Ferrari. Since 2017, Palantir has partnered with Scuderia Ferrari, I can't say that word at all, with Ferrari to integrate and analyse performance data in order to make faster, more data-driven decisions. We go back to solutions, and we've got here defence, so working with kind of the military type thing. They've just renewed another contract with them, which is always good news. We have intelligence, legal intelligence, mergers, acquisitions, automotive again, so let's dig into that one. Through its lifetime, a vehicle generates a massive amount of data from initial design to production and assembly. Through marketing and sales, and eventually in use on the road, this data can provide valuable insight into quality, safety and performance. But processing, integration, vehicle, blah 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 blah. So they are getting into automotive industry. Palantir Foundry integrates the full lifecycle of vehicle data into a collaborative environment for analysis where vehicle manufacturers can answer critical questions about their fleets, from plant operations to connected cars. Automakers from around the world are using Palantir Foundry to, and this is what they're using it for, detect urgent and chronic problems, dramatically accelerate problem detection, collaborate with suppliers to resolve issues, and improve consumer safety and regulatory compliance. And obviously they are very key things in the automotive industry, which is great. We'll go back to solutions up here, and you can see that they're also working with cyber, energy, health and life sciences. So they're really just covering it all, every aspect of life going forward in the future. Obviously we look further, we've got insurance, law enforcement, manufacturing, sales and revenue. So for example, a company that is obviously looking to sell and create some sort of revenue, they will be using one of these Palantir technologies, potentially. I'm not saying every company does. So yes, so you can kind of see what they're going with it for the future. If we head over to the newsroom and we'll go to media, what I find on this website is media and press releases are kind of similar tabs as on many other websites as well. You've got some media here. This is Alex Karp. Not the greatest picture of him, but you know, it is what it is. So he's doing that. And as I mentioned before, like some big top companies that are working with these guys. So Palantir and 3M expand relationship to build dynamic supply chain. This is back on February 23rd, to be fair, so it's not too recent, but still it's very good to have. And if we look at 3M here, this is 3M. You probably heard of their kind of services, their companies. They're worldwide. You kind of see that from what we've got down here. So 3M markets for professionals. So the professional side of their business is healthcare, manufacturing, automotive, safety, electronics, energy, commercial solutions, transportation and design and construction. So again, there's pretty much the whole world and all of its kind of glory, in my opinion. So consumer markets, which is the kind of lower end of that, so not professionals. Home, personal healthcare, DIY, decorating and organising, student, office, crafts, car personalisation. And I think they made some masks for the COVID last year, from what I heard before. And 3M, they've been a company that have been around since, obviously I don't trust everything that Wikipedia says, but founding of the company, I think I can probably trust that. June 13th, 1902, which is a lot of years, 118 years to be exact. So they're working with companies like that, ones that have kind of been solidly integrated within our world. And then the next one I kind of looked at, let's just get rid of these, back to the Palantir website. Obviously they're working with the vaccine rollout success, which is great. Obviously we've got a really good one here in the UK, and you can see here it's working with their National Health Service, and obviously the military position going forward. And the other company I looked at, maybe I should breathe. And the other one we're looking at is IBM, and obviously they are huge within the kind of technology industry. Now if we go up to them, we can see here their website's a bit confusing to me. I mean, obviously it would be because it's a tech company, but so here we are, products and solutions. You've got the essentials, top products and platforms, industries, and you can see industries again similar to 3M actually, healthcare, insurance, manufacturing, travel and transportation. So again, big industries within the world. Artificial intelligence, which is the future. Automation, which is the future. Blockchain, which is the future. Cloud computing, which is current, to be honest, it's not so much the future, well that would be also the future. Data and analytics, which is obviously becoming quite a big part of companies right now. And then you've got supply chain, all other ones as well. There's services and consulting, they have lots of different bits here as well if you're interested in looking at. I'll leave all the links down below for the website so you can check them out yourselves. And then you can kind of see what Palantir are doing with their technology. And IBM also, if we look at their founding, which is June 16th, 1911, which is also a very old company. So 109 years ago, so they're also very cemented, and again, with Palantir to have a contract with a company like that, that's pretty damn good in my opinion. So that's kind of what we're covering at the moment, like Logic, who they're working with. This is what we're looking at going in the future, who else they're going to do deals with, who else they're going to partnership with, which I think is quite exciting for Palantir. There's loads more news articles here, but they go quite far back, and obviously they only got IPO'd in kind of mid to late part of last year, and they came in around $9 to $10. I am invested with Palantir. I think they're obviously, judging by a look at this, Logic, and obviously I've watched other videos on YouTube as well. I've done my own due diligence with technical analysis, etc. And that's why I've invested my money into them. So yes, it might be worth having a look for you guys, but remember to do your own due diligence and remember to do your own research. And it's at the end of the day, it's your money that you're putting it into, so be careful and do as you must. One last thing actually before I do disappear off the website, they are working with a company called Rio Tinto, which here on January 28th, 2021, Rio Tinto and Palantir Technologies signed an enterprise deal. Now if you don't know what Rio Tinto is, they are a materials company. They mine, let's have a look. So they is a mining metals company operating in about 36 countries around the world. So they basically mine stuff, and the actual stock themselves, they pay a dividend, which says a lot about their stability, in my opinion. And here we have TipRanks, which is the website that I use, and you can check out the other websites I used up in the top right hand corner for you. The other websites that I use to do my research, and this is one of them. And this is basically an overview of analysts who analyse the stock, obviously, and they give their average price target for a year's time. As we can see here with this pie chart, 2 buy, 1 hold, 4 sell. Now I don't know why they would want to sell this stock right now, maybe because there's a little bit of panic on the streets, there's a little bit of red on the streets. I'm filming this at the end of March, and we all know how the last month has gone. But generally the price is fairly high actually, so $40 in 12 months time, an ideal target in my opinion. And then the average is about 25.83, which is about, what price is it now? Which is about 15% from where we are now, and obviously the low of $15. Now the risk to reward ratio there is not too bad. I think it will more so go up than it will go down in my opinion. Just because where they're going, the contracts they've added, and obviously the popularity that they're receiving as well. And now lastly, we're just going to head over to Simply Wall Street, which is another one of those websites that I use to do my research. And we can see here we've got health quite high, future quite high, and value quite high as well. Now I think at the moment, I think it's trading around $21, $22, which I think is an excellent price considering it's about $40 around about a month ago, maybe slightly more than that, which is about a 45% increase off the top of my head. Not brilliant at maths, but off the top of my head, it's about that. And you can see here in a reflection of where it was, 38, 39, and it's just dropped way down because of the correction and everything else that's been going on within the market. If we scroll down, what I like to do on this website, as you probably know, is the valuation. So we've got current price, which is $21.73 US, and the fair value, according to this website and all their research and their kind of programs or whatever they deal with, their fair value is $28.76, which represents probably around about, off the top of my head, actually it tells you there, 24.4% undervalued, which is pretty good in my opinion. So yes, I'll leave all the links down below in the description for you to have a look at. I hope maybe you have learned something more on the logical side of the company rather than the fundamental side and the kind of technical analysis side. I would dive into that, but that'd just be quite boring. And I just want to talk to you about Palantir in the way that I like to look at companies in some cases. Now, let me just cancel this recording. Right, so now I've stopped the recording, I'll just close that as well. Now, obviously it is important to do your own research, your own due diligence into these kind of companies and not just trust what any other YouTuber says. I'm not asking you to trust what I say. I'm not trying to convince you, I'm just trying to open you up to some sort of my way of thinking into a company. Maybe you could share something that maybe I don't know or the viewers don't know in the comments down below, and we can learn from each other that way as well. As always, be sure to like the video if you did like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I have done some other stock videos as well. I've done one from IZEA, I've done one for Pineapple, and I've done one for Drone Delivery Canada. So go ahead and check those out. I will be making some sort of playlist regarding that as well. Thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.